Absolutely stunning around here. Wow, look at this site. Kakadu never disappoints. Good morning. It's Tuesday and I'm quite surprised how well I slept last night. It was pretty warm during the night, but the fan up here and the ventilation around the side of the bungalow allowed all the breeze to come through. There's quite a prominent breeze during the night, so it's quite cool actually. Probably the only hindrance to getting a good night's sleep was all the bird life. I don't know if you can hear it around me. There's various birds around here. There's even one that sounds a bit like a crying baby. So next I am off to some various rock art areas, but first I've got to have my delicious home brewed packet coffee, my wheat bix, and I don't know, something else to get me going through the day. See you at the next pit stop. First stop for today is Nourlangie Rock. It's known for several Aboriginal rock art galleries. Just driving in, you can tell you're going to be in for a treat. The scenery is just spectacular, as you can see right behind me. That's Nourlangie Rock itself. After this, there will be a few more natural attractions in this particular area, but let's go and see all these rock art sites. Rock art site number 1. This is under quite a large overhanging rock. This art is much more intricate than what I expected. Just look at the variety of shapes and probably even technique. And how clear they are, it's just remarkable. It's amazing how the elements haven't even eroded even part of it. It looks like it's only done quite recently. So it's quite remarkable the condition that it's all in. Rock art site number 3. This is a gallery of several images under yet another large overhanging rock. Let's go and see the next ones in the series. Here's another one. This is almost a blink and you'll miss it category image. This painting here is believed to have been painted within the last 1,000 years. Wow, look at this one. This seems to almost have motion drawn into the paintings. I don't know what they are, but really cool looking figures. This painting is my favourite one of all. It's called the Anbangbang Gallery and it tells a tale of the lightning man. And here's the figure to the right. That's the one that looks a bit like a rabbit skeleton with a playing with a hula hoop over his head and shoulders. Don't know what all the other figures are, but just look at the intricate detail put into each of them. Right, on the way to the lookout. Up to the Nanguluwurr lookout. I hope I pronounced it correctly, but hopefully the view will be spectacular. Let's go. The hike up to this lookout wasn't as long as I thought it would be. Few will disagree that this scenery is absolutely spectacular. Look at these cliffs behind me. In that direction over there is a flat forested area, so let's clamber up these rocks and have a look at those. And I'm glad I did this because this is the kind of climb that you wouldn't have time to do on one of those pre-organised bus tours. So yeah, good start to the day. Having left Nourlangie, I'm now on the way to to Anbangbang Billabong. Let's see what it's like and if it was worth going off this little side road. This is Anbangbang Billabong. I almost missed the turn off to it, and I'm glad I didn't. Look how serene it is here with all the bird life, the Billabong, the hills in the background. It's just absolutely beautiful here. I think I've seen a photo of this somewhere, or it just looks like something out of a postcard. There's picnic tables here, so it would be nice to have had something to nibble on while I'm here, but at least I'm not the picnic for any of the local crocs. Wasn't it absolutely spectacular? As soon as I got there, I just could not believe what was in front of me. Let's see what the next stop is. It's called Nourlangie, and I cannot remember what it actually is, if it's another Billabong or if it's a lookout or what it is. So we will find out soon. So this is what Nourlangie is. It's the other side of Anbangbang Billabong walk, and also there's some kind of lookout here. Nearly towards the summit of Nourlangie lookout. It's a pretty steep trek up here, but I think it's going to be worth it. Here I am at Nourlangie lookout. So as everywhere it seems to be, it's pretty spectacular here. On the bottom right, you can probably see a few white cars parked down there. That's where I was before at Anbangbang Billabong. And then on the left, you can see a small rock at the base of the escarpment. That was where all those rock art sites were. It's actually not that far a hike up. It says 40 minutes return, but I think 30 of it is just for spending the time up here admiring the views. It doesn't take long to get up here at all. Okay, I should be getting close to the base of it where the car park is. Okay, we're almost there, the other side of Anbangbang Billabong. Let's see what it's like here. Okay. Buffalo in the area, really? Crocodiles, that's just the norm around here. Okay, what's around here? There, check out the escarpment over there. Let's see. Okay, I couldn't see it from the other side, but there's all these water lilies in the water over there. Okay, as far as I can tell, there aren't any water buffalo around here, so maybe they've just gone somewhere else. Next stop is the Nanguluwurr art site. After driving a bumpy 1.4 kilometre long dirt road, you then need to hike a further 1.7 kilometres. Carry plenty of water with you, it's always hot here. This group of fish and turtles is an excellent example of the modern X-ray style of art. Notice the fine brush strokes and the subtle colours. Notice too that the organs of the animals are included in the paintings. This style of art is used by today's artists who produce bark paintings for sale. These were done comparatively recently, possibly in the 1950s or 1960s. Moving along this gallery, we'll get to the most remarkable painting in this series. This ship there was done maybe 400 years ago, and it's quite remarkable in that this area is probably 100 kilometres from the sea, so they must have drawn it from memory. There's no way I could draw a ship that well, even with a photo in front of me, so I'm quite impressed. These paintings are of something called Namando. They are invisible to ordinary people. They live in caves and hollow trees and come out at night. They can entice people into their caves by calling them to come closer.
People listening to the stories associated with this are warned that the Namande eat human flesh. There are several Namande painted here. Notice their elongated toes and nipples. Some have 6 fingers on each hand and carry dilly bags for their victims' liver, lungs, heart and kidneys. And here's some other ones. Look how clear that is. Next in the background is our Kaiko. She was a firewoman. Just panning to the left, there's a few more paintings there. There are even paintings further up, pretty high under the overhang. I've got no idea how they got up there. The interesting thing is that they seem to be of a different style to all the other ones below. After returning to Jabiru for a quick bite and a short swim to cool off, it was time to head northeast to the afternoon's destination. It's going to be good. Now for the final attraction for the day is Ubirr. It comprises 5 different galleries of Aboriginal paintings and apparently some nice views on top of one of the rocks around here, so let's go. Site number 1 at Ubirr has very small figures that are very hard to see. Somewhere in front of you is a variety of small human figures. Archaeologists estimate these paintings to be 5,000 years old. This style of art only occurs in a small region of Arnhem Land and northern Kakadu. I can't see anything, so I'll just go to the next site. Ubirr art site number 2, far more impressive. It's a painting of Mabuyu, which reminds Aboriginal people to tell a story which warns against stealing. He was dragging his catch on a string after a fishing expedition when a greedy person cut the string and stole his fish. That night, Mabuyu waited until the thieves had eaten his fish and were camped outside the cave near the East Alligator River. Then he blocked the cave with a huge rock. Good story. Just to the left are these interesting little figures. Don't know what they are, but they're pretty cute. Ubirr rock site number 3. If you look carefully, you can see a hand imprint, or actually a stencil of a hand. Wow, look at this site. Every single face of the rock is covered with rock art, so just pan around. They're all up there, up pretty high, even over there, and then in front of us, look at it all. Ubirr art site number 4. The first section here has a good collection painted directly underneath, so it can be a bit hard to see, but they're very good nevertheless. Still at the 4th site, further up the rock, is this overhang with quite a large collection of different fish designs. If you look to the right, you can see a stenciled hand, which may be the artist's signature in a way. This is at Ubirr art site number 5, and this is a painting of the rainbow serpent. I've reached the summit of the lookout at Ubirr. I really don't know what to say, but look how spectacular it is. Just look in every single direction, it's just magnificent. See? Well, what a packed day it was today. I visited an Aboriginal rock art site, a beautiful billabong, a spectacular lookout, another Aboriginal rock art site, had a bit of a swim, then went and visited another Aboriginal rock art site, or sites. And that was topped off by the most beautiful sunset you can imagine over the most amazing scenery I've probably ever seen. This is my final night at Jabiru, and the next 2 nights I'll be staying at Pine Creek. On the way to Pine Creek, I should be able to find a couple more attractions to document, and hopefully tomorrow I can finish my day a bit earlier. See you then.